fellow streamers, or I should say, hail, folk, and welcome to Freya's Tavern. Grab a mug of your favorite drink, come join us, and we're going to adventure into Lord of the Rings. What we're going to do today is create our first character on the Perigrin server, which is the new 64-bit servers. And we get to see how wonderful Lord of the Rings still is in the year 2025. Okay, shall we dive in? Shall we do this and create a character? Okay, here we go. Of course, I'm going to create a high elf. I'm going to try playing a rune keeper. And there's definitely a lot more customization on the high elves now than there were before. So as we go through this, you can see all the customizations that will be available. Like skin color is so much more different to choose from. Let's see. Head. Let's see. I think that's the one I want. Headrest. Let's see here. I'll change her hair so I can see things a little better. These are the different hairstyles. So much nicer. Ponytail. This one's very nice. I like this one. But that's not the one I want to choose. I'm very picky. But hey, it's your character. You can be as picky as you want. Here we go. Oh, that's a little too much. Okay, let's see here. Where is that hairstyle? Ah, did I miss it? I think I missed it. I'm gonna have to go back again. Here it is. This is the one I want. I like the little curls. And hair decoration is leaves in the hair. So you get leaves every so often through the hair. But I'm not much for that. Let me do her ears. Make her ears tiny. Here's her ears that I can choose from. think I'll choose those. No. Okay, ear scale. Okay. Let's see. Do head is 3. Might stick with 3. Yeah, 3. There we go. Could raise her eyebrows. Use the complexions. There, I take 2. Details is scars and moles, but that I don't. Don't really want scars, freckles. Wrinkles, jewelry. Yes, this is what I want right here. Jewelry. That piece. Eyes. Eye color. Where's eyebrow? Okay, no. Give her eyes a little. There, give her some hairstyles. We already did the hairstyles. Eyebrows. Okay, hair color. Hmm. There we go. Nose. Okay, jaws. Next. Jaw scale. Give her a small jaw. Chin height. Now we can choose the different mouths. Hmm. I want something a little natural, but some color to her lips. Eye color. Time for me to have a drink. Sorry, it's not a mug. I'll have to get one. There, she looks very pleasant. Okay, now to choose her name. Altariel. Let's try this one. Fingers crossed that it lets me. Ah! That is Quenya version of Galadriel's name. Let's see. I'm gonna have to think up another name. I'm gonna look one up right now. Trying to think. Let's see. I might go back to Eravuna. Because that has some Sindarin meaning. It's almost like means dark one. I did a lot of research and I found that out. So let me go back. I'm gonna miss her. Okay, I'm gonna redo Eravuna. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Sorry, folks. My eyesight's not the best. I click on the wrong things by accident. I'm so silly. Okay, I'll fix it. Okay. Alright, Perigrin. Okay. Here we go. Alright, Eravuna. I hit quit by accident. I didn't want to do that. I should have hit this button right here. Just goes to show you how rusty I am. I will do better, I promise, folks. Keeper. Oh, and I wanted to show you too, I'm also kind of role-playing too. I'm wearing my Norse lady dress, my garb. I like to wear this when I go to the Renaissance Fair. You can see the handmade beads. And below here is a little, let me see if I can zoom in here. It's an actual brass sculpture of Freya. Hence my name, Freya's Tavern, and welcome all to the tavern. Get comfortable here. Okay. Now let's start from the beginning again. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, we chose head number 3. Can't remember the ears I chose. Hair. And here's the hairstyle I chose. Your scale. Those are the good one. Let's see. Your rotation. Want them sticking out just a wee bit. Go. Cheek snarl. I don't really see much of a difference in that. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Okay, fix her brow. Complexion. Okay, we don't want details. Jewelry. Oh, looks like the food is here, so I'll be right back, everybody. And welcome back, everybody. Sorry I took so long. Had some pizza. I know it's not very Nordic. Not very many. Well, you never know. Maybe some Vikings did travel down to Italy and had enjoyed some pizza. Pizza's been around for a very long time. It's a flatbread with sauce and meat and vegetables. You never know. Maybe they even had their own version of it back then. So who knows? Okay, here we are back to my character. Here's Eravuna. But I don't know if I'm going to give her light hair. Let's see. I like the white hair. What do you think of the white hair?
She old? Young or young?
Well, elves are immortal practically, but they live a very long life. Here she is with dark hair. Huh?
Either one's just good.
Yeah. Okay. That was the other Viking in my family, Garthawk Shieldbreaker. He'll be coming along, showing up every so often along my stream. Sometimes I'll even have him dress up. It'll be fun. Okay, here we go. Here's Eravuna. And create character. Here we go. Creating Eravuna. There she is. Let's start her out. Let's see. I'm going to try some options here. The sound is a little high here in my ears. Let's see. Turn the audio down. There we go. That sounds a little better. It's softer. It's almost to the point where I could hardly hear my own self think. It was so loud. Here we go. Enter. Come on. Here we go. Have a drink. Mm. Okay, here we go. You have received a new title. You can choose to display any of your earned titles by accessing the titles panel.
In the year 3434 of the Second Age, a great alliance of elves and men assembled in defiance of the Dark Lord's will to conquer all the lands of Middle-earth. The High Elves, the Blessed of Valinor, who suffered the greatest wraths of Sauron and Morgoth the enemy, now seek to ensure that his evil is forever banished from the world.
Inventory and items, consumables, foods, potions, login reward. That's my login reward right there. I'm not going to pick it up yet, but I am going to readjust my chat here. So just bear with me. Let me see. I think I have to go under options. Chat, yes. Every time I click on that, it just shows the actual the name of that chat at the how big the print will look like, which is actually pretty handy. Okay. Okay, OOC, quest, raid, RP, say, standard, Talon I am, and then world. Accept. So, once somebody sends a message, there we go, see? The world chats are larger print now, larger type.
My dearest friend, as Sauron surely knows, the mastery is ours in this battle.
Okay, Eravuna, you seemed as if lost in a trance, and I could not rouse you until this very moment. My dearest friend, do not allow the enemy to cloud your thoughts with visions of defeat. As Sauron surely knows, the master is ours in this battle, the mastery. Alas! A cornered foe is the most deadly, and there are none more treacherous than the enemy in this realm. We must put our troubles behind us for a moment and press our advantage. Continue quest. High King Gilgalad summons us. Let's go. We have called upon all the armies and peoples we could, but it's still not maybe enough. King Riok of the Oathbreaker and his traitorous kin have fled to the mountains, and Durin has sent only a few hundred of his folk. Hearken to me, elves and men. The time for debate is ended. Sauron sows only division among those who would oppose him, and see now what it has done. The kings of Lorien and the Woodland Realm pressed their forces into certain defeat, and why? They allowed their pride to blind them to the enemy's treachery. Sauron is swift to twist the pride and fear of his foes into weapons of his own. The men of Numenor that remain in this realm know his treachery all too well. Indeed, the fates of Numenor and Eregion are tragic, but Sauron's wrath. If we fall to defeat in his battle, there would never again be a force to oppose him. The Dark Lord gathers strength anew beyond the Black Gate. We must throw down the Mornan. Only then shall Sauron himself be forced to atone for the evil he has laid upon our peoples. We must put an end to his evil before. High King, Ridges approach from beyond the Moranon. It is a message, a meager assemblage, only 9 in number. Might the enemy seek to parley at last? Sauron does not wield his servants as ambassadors. Allow them to ride forth unhindered, but remain on guard. We shall meet them in the field. At last the bearers of the 9 rings, the Shadow Kings of the Quatharain, they have returned out of the darkness. Just noticed my chat is too small. They approach. Ah, the Elf King and the accursed faithful. My master has bidden me to deliver his terms. Terms? Have we assembled so great an alliance that your master now seeks to surrender? Sauron the Great speaks not of his surrender, but of yours. Speak then, servant of Sauron. I am no mere servant. You speak to a king of men and the lord of the Nazgul. Nazgul? Do you no longer speak in your own tongue? You are no king? The ring you bear has seen to that. Silence, elf wretch. These are his terms. Celebrimbor crafted 3 rings in mockery of his design. You will surrender them and swear oaths to never again come before the gates of Mordor. You would be wise indeed to accept his kindness. And if we should accept, what promise can he give that he shall not again make war against us? He offers none. Peace cannot be made with Sauron. Such an offer is merely another of his lies. Go now. Flee to your master. Tell him that his doom approaches. So be it. Sauron the Great has stayed my hand for the moment, but his patience is nearly ended. It is you and his pitiful host who should flee. For soon no shelter, no matter how well hidden, shall be free of Sauron's dominion. Eravuna, let us speak.
With Sauron's demands rejected, we can no longer hold hope that the Gwythrine shall stay their hands in this battle.
Eravuna, before the nine arrived, I sent forth the spears of Lindon, with a garrison of elves and men. With Sauron's demands rejected, we can no longer hold hope that the Gwythrine shall stay their hands in the battle. You know the spears of Thelebrand, Megaril, and Dernath, my friend, and they have stood by my side through many great battles against Sauron, and the most terrible of his servants. Ere they departed, they swore to cross the enemy's trenches and dismantle their siege equipment. It is true enough that catapult's shot has not hit our position in some time, but the wider front has been brought to ruin by those very tools. Go, my friend. I shall ready the alliance to advance upon the Morannon. Be swift and safe, Eravuna. Here we go. There, let's see, where shall we go next? Saucerin Spearman, you shall taste my magic. Swiftly now, this way. The spears of Lindon have held against Sauron's forces, but they fight a desperate battle.
One of the Gwythrine rode westward and scattered our numbers, but the other, he took Theleron.
Speak quickly, friend, for our foes surge from the east. You tell Dernath of your encounter with the Gwythrine, and deliver the High King's message. The Gwythrine, 2 of their number passed through our garrison from the north. One rode westward and scattered our numbers, but the other, he took Theleron. In the midst of battle, he caught Theleron's sword arm in a cruel coil of rope and dragged him eastward by his fell steed. I could not follow through the mass of orcs. I failed him.
Aid the wounded in the field, and let us hope that the Alliance shall arrive to drive off the enemy's forces.
Hail, Eravuna! I am Megaril of Lindon. How fare the battles of the north? You tell Megaril of your encounter with the Gwythrine and deliver High King Galahad's message. If we shall truly strike at the Black Gate this day, the alliance must soon come hither. We did as the High King commanded, and brought the enemy's weapons to ruin. But when the Guetherain appeared, they slew many of our number and divided our forces upon the Daggerlad, the faces by which I once knew the Guetherain. When they first took the rings, have long faded, but this one I knew by his blade. The cursed rider he is called, and he goaded his steed onward over the backs of the elf and orc alike. Regrettably, we were forced to retreat before we could aid many of them from the field of battle. We now struggle to hold the only path over the great trenches, and the enemy's forces have brought forth more trebuchets and ballistae upon the Daggerlad. Aid the wounded in the field, and let us hope that the alliance shall arrive to drive off the enemy's forces. Okay, let's go aid the wounded soldiers. You shall not survive this evening, orc. Another orc. The rider cast us aside as he passed. Even the orcs fled his approach. I shall make for the garrison. Thank you. Foul orcs, you shall taste my magic. Onward. Guetherain. There is no escape for you. See you now the fate of those who defy my master? The Dark Lord holds no power over me, Wraith. Be my fate sealed or not, my arrow shall fly true. Fool! Wills can be broken. Thranduil of Greenwood and his blade shall be... shall see to that. These guys talk too fast. Here come the big spiders, Watari. Kill them! Kill the spiders! There we go. Chased it off.
The prince is fortunate to have survived his father's attack on the Black Gate, but the Guatherain's words trouble me.
The prince is fortunate to have survived his father's attack on the Black Gate, but the Guatherain's words trouble me. The writer spoke a name in Quenya, ere he departed, Unwatari, the Spider Queen. Ungoliant is gone from this realm, and shall trouble the world no longer. But her children remain preying on anything they can devour and spreading her darkness through Middle Earth. One among them must now hunger as she did, without a care of the powers of the Dark Lord, and without any purpose other than to consume. These are unhappy tidings, my friend, even if it seemed fortuitous that the great spiders turned upon the rider. If we do not face this child of Ungoliant in the war, it is certain that the day will come when her hunger shall seek to sate itself beyond the shadows of Mordor. The High King gave me leave to pursue you at the urging of the spears of Linden, but he has called for your return at once. The alliance has come to the forward garrison at last. Reunite with them there, Eravuna, and make ready for our assault on the Black Gate. Okay, now we gotta find the High King. There he is.
Our paths are now divided, dear friend. May the light of the Valar shine upon us.
I am glad to see you again, Eravuna. Derneith and Megaril have told me of Theleron's capture, and I am troubled by such grim tidings. The Dark Lord would not have soon forgotten the wounds he suffered at our hands, and I fear what from his vengeance might take. Even now, as I wish to abandon my duty, I cannot turn my eyes from the Black Gate at such a crucial hour. Thus, I give you this mission of dire importance. You must find Theleron, and you must save him from the Gwythrine. As for the alliance, one of Durin's folk has devised a cunning plan to draw the attention of the Dark Lord's forces and allow for a swift strike against the Black Gate. In truth, I know none of this plan shall bear fruit. But we must conquer the gate if Sauron is to be defeated. I would ask that you speak to Slegar the Crafty. He is an honorable enough dwarf, despite his chosen title. Once you have done as he asks, pursue the Gwythrine and rescue Theleron. Our paths are now divided, my friend, but let us hope each of them lead to victory. May the light of the Valar shine upon us. There's Slegar.
At your service. Or perhaps you are at mine.
Have you considered how the enemy's trenches never seem to stop burning? Well, I have. Slegar gestures to the pile of barrels beside him. These barrels are filled with a crude black powder that explodes when exposed to flame. Not only that, but it burns for hours afterward. Aye, it were more useful in stonework. I think Durin himself would have to steal us some away. The Dark Lord's Black Riders, the damned ring race, as the men call them, they're wily enough, but these goblins are none too bright. They've left the barrels right next to their own ballistae and catapults. Why don't you set some of them off? That ought to put an end to their siege and draw their attention long enough for the Alliance to reach the Black Gate. Just make sure you don't stick around once you light them. we go. Oh, I stood too close. Took some damage. But during this tutorial, doesn't really matter. Come on. One more to go, I think. Yep, one more to go. Okay. The unmistakable hoof prints of the Guatharan steed lead to the northeast. So we are stalking the Guatharan. The one that took Theleron. Eravuna, can it be? Follow me, Lady Harthalin. Shall want to speak with you.
Your tale troubles me, my friend, for Amroth spoke of a terrible figure that passed, with an elf slung across his steed.
Eravuna, I am gladdened by this reunion, but there is little else to celebrate. The High King sent me and my company eastward to learn what had become of the elves of Lorien, but alas, only Prince Amroth remains upon the field. His father and the others were routed to the north, but where they have gone, we cannot follow. The prince is injured, but he will heal in time. I must ask, though, why have you come? You tell Harthalin of the task given to you by the High King himself, and of Theleron, the lost spear of Linden taken by one of the Guatharan. Your tale troubles me, for Amroth spoke of a terrible figure that passed with an elf slung across his steed. Time may grow short for Theleron, my friend. I think it is time we learn more of what the prince saw. Prince Amroth, can you tell my companion about the rider you saw? As much as I do not wish to recall him, I can. From what you have told me, He was one of the 9 Guethurine, garbed in black and seated atop a great steed. I know not if he still lived, but an elf was slung limply across the Guethurine steed. He lifted aloft a great mace, and with a crack of thunder his master's statue was toppled. It was then he looked upon me, and what remained beneath his hood sniffed madly at the air. There was a sorcery in his gaze, I tell you, for his eyes were as flames in a void. Perhaps he thought me slain, for then rode out into the hills. No, it cannot be. It can be no other, Hithgel. The Witch King has taken Theleron. Be wary, the men of the East who slew my father have an encampment in the hills, and it is there he must have gone. Thank you, Prince Amroth. If the men of the East hold the hillside, then we must go by secret steps.
If the Witch King has taken Theleron to the Overlook, we must pass through the Easterling encampment ahead.
When my company came to Prince Amroth's aid, I heard a great cry and a thunder like flapping wings from above. It sounded like some terrible flying creature, as great in size as the eagles. I could not spy it through the smoke, but I am certain it lurked beyond my sight. I do not know if this creature is a servant of Sauron's, but its presence makes me fear all the more for Theleron. If the Witch King has taken him to the Overlook, we must pass through the Easterling encampment ahead. The men of the East have grown arrogant behind Sauron's might, and they have left a small passage in their encampment upon the woodlands. Follow me, and we shall sneak in and avoid the dangers of approaching their gate upon the road. Lead the way, Harthelin, lead the way. Well, I hope you all are having a wonderful day today, as I am too, my adventures here in the realms. I hope you each have a mead or just something wonderful to drink. Sit back and enjoy and relax. Hold their sentry seems on the edge of sleep. See. Familiar hoofprints lead deeper into the Easterling encampment. And I'm guessing it's the Witch King. There it is. There's the evil horse. we can definitely tell this is a dark place. It's not full of rainbows and bunny rabbits. I can definitely tell I'm going to my doom. Doom. You shall face doom. You come too late, servant of Gil-galad. Your fear has left you defenseless, and the elf has been borne away by the winged beasts of my master. The Elf King will never see him again, for he shall suffer evermore in the dungeons of Barad-dûr. But you, Eravuna, you shall be changed, and you will return to Gil-galad as his greatest foe. Such is the will of Sauron. Suffer now and rise anew unto the realm of the unseen. Oh, here I am. Can it be? Lord Elrond, Eravuna has woken at last. Rest easy, my friend. You're safe from harm in Imladris. The wound is healed, but Eravuna remains in need of rest, Harsalin. Rest well, my friend. I shall return in. Oh, I'm finally awake. I only slept for a few days, I guess.
It brings me great joy to see you upon your feet once more, my friend.
After you fell, we attempted to heal you upon the battle plain, but the Witch King of Angmar had dealt you a grievous injury, one unlike any dealt to our peoples before by the hands of the Dark Lord. The decision was made to return you to Imladris, far from the lands of the enemy. You suffered for years in restless agony as my healers worked to free you of the evils that lingered in your wound. When the war was ended, I returned to aid them and learned much of healing the foul wounds of Morgul's steel. When at last you could rest, you did so for many long years. Despite my efforts, your strength was diminished greatly. It may take a great time, but I believe you shall again know the power that lies within you. As for the task given to you by Gil-galad, do not consider it a failure, Eravuna. None could have foreseen the enemy's malice in sending his Nazgul to seize Theleron. Tragically, he was never found. Even after Barad-dûr itself was brought to ruin, it wounded Gil-galad greatly to lose you both in the war, and it is said that his light was dimmed through all the battles that followed. Even so, he did not falter before the enemy. No, you did not fail and fall in vain, my friend. Our victory on the battle plain that day bore fruit indeed. Sauron resisted our assaults for 7 years in the Dark Tower, but in the end, He was cast down by Gilgalad and Elendil. Elendil's son Isildur cut the ring from Sauron's finger, destroying the Dark Lord and banishing him from this realm. Alas, there is more to be said on these matters. Walk with me, Eravuna. You remember the war as if it were yesterday, do you not? You are one of the few that remain in this realm that can recall it as I do, my friend. I am here often to reflect on the sacrifices we made in that war. Indeed, Gilgalad and Elendil defeated the Dark Lord, but they did so at the cost of their own lives. The realms of elves and men were thus forever changed, and the world passed into the Third Age. And so it has been for many years now. I do not wish to alarm you, Eravuna, but it is now the 3018th year of the Third Age. Even if much else has changed, Imladris is as you remember it. You have borne many burdens in your time, my friend, and so I give you leave to depart to the havens if you wish it. There is another here who sustained a terrible wound in the war. Hithgul is his name. Since chance has woken you today, perhaps he too is healed of the enemy's wounds. See if he has woken from his long rest. Then we shall speak more of your journey to the havens. His strength is returning, but he remains in restless slumber. A few months more, I think.
Much has changed since we last traveled together from Imladris, my friend.
It is unfortunate to hear of Hithgul's continued ills, but I hold hope we shall soon recover as you have, Eravuna. You see, when the battle came at last to Barad-dûr, Sauron himself failed Hithgul with a deadly blow, and it seemed only by the grace of the Valar that he was not at once ended. Even still, the steel of the Dark Lord's weapons was tainted in much the same way as the blade that pierced you, and he has suffered its effects as you did for many long years. Now then, we have spoken enough of the past. Let us turn our minds to the days ahead. Much has changed since we have traveled last together from Imladris, my friend. It seems now an age of men, and I sense the time in the elves in Middle-earth draws nearer to its end. Indeed, many have departed this realm for the utmost west. By the ships of Círdan, our friend of old, he is now called the Shipwright by those who know his works, and he dwells in Mithlond with the few that still remain in his service as skilled crafters. Much of the wood used by Círdan is ferried to Mithlond by way of the port of Caledon, along the arid Luin, and it is there you must journey to reach the havens. Eravuna, I have gathered your belongings and a few supplies for your journey. I have set your ring in its case upon the table across the room, and your armor rests in a chest at your bedside. It is still marked from battle, but time has not worn it elsewise. Indeed, the passing of an age has dimmed only our light, and given rise to the shadow in the east. Concerning such matters, I have also prepared for you a tome of writings on the history of the Third Age thus far. You are free to claim them ere you depart. Once you are prepared, we shall speak more of your journey to Kalimdin. Okay. Now the books. In your travels, you will be asked to collect certain items in your quests. Most of these items will be stored in your quest log. If you ever want to see how many of any given item you have collected, you should navigate to your quest log and select a quest. There you will find a list of all the items you have so far collected for that quest. Okay. My armor. Carefully collecting it. My ring. Okay. Now, back to where I was. Talk to Elrond.
Eladon and Elrohir are to follow an expedition to the ruins of Edthelion, and they shall see you to Kellandin in the course of their travels.
Very good, Eravuna. In time, your strength will return, my friend, and the power of your ring shall rise with it. I hope my writings prove to be of use to you as well. I recount much of the time that passed while your wound healed, but even I cannot be aware of all that has transpired since the end of the Second Age. As for your journey, my sons shall see you to Kellandin in the course of their own travels. Eladin and Elrohir are to follow an expedition to the ruins of the Edhelion, led by the elf Dorolas, on my behalf. Speak out not of this to any outside their company, but I had a strange premonition, and in it words are hard. Amidst a field of blurred visions, a voice rose saying, blood-red footsteps upon snow-colored black, where the Dour King walks to take back his throne and finish what was begun. Let's see. I'm a runecaster, so I'm going to pick the solid rune stone. Now to pick up. Let's see here. My armor. Okay. I'm gonna give her a blue festive party dress. Or I should say festive azure party dress. Okay, I'm trying to remember. Yep, see, character panel. This is how you put on cosmetic gear. Okay, this is her armor. Physical armor. So I'm going to remove the helmet. You can just click on the little eye symbol to remove the helmet. Outfit 1. And then drag it over here. Okay, her shoulder piece I'm going to remove. And her old raggedy cloak. There. She's in blue like I'm wearing. See? This is my Nordic maiden outfit. I hope you like it. I do. It was handmade. Let's see, outfit 1. There we go. And I wear it whenever I go to the Ren Fair. And I wear other costumes too. I have various other costumes as well. Okay, let's talk to Elro here.
I am certain Father has told you all about the journey ahead. But do not worry. The matter of his dream need not trouble you.
So, Father has at last given you leave to travel from Imladris, Eravuna. I must say, I am excited to learn more of the battles of ages past from you. Father told us not to bother you with so many questions, but this is likely our last chance, is it not? I am certain Father has told you all about your journey ahead. But do not worry, the matter of this dream need not trouble you. Besides, the journey to Calendim shall give us time enough to speak on other matters. I would think the events of the past 3,000 years would be of some interest to you. My brother and I stand ready to set out for the arid Lewin. If you are prepared, we shall depart at once. Yes, I'm prepared. And here we are. Okay. I have to go to the Lotros store. There's something to... right down here. If you want to get into the store, there's that little symbol right there. Click on that. Give it a moment to open. Okay. Oh, here's the code. Let's see. I wrote down the code. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. And this is until November 7th, I believe, 7th of the 4th, this code is good for. So what it does, it opens up several adventures. So you get adventure packs. So you get free adventure packs with this, which is pretty nice. See, there we go. Coupon activated. Quest packs. Yep, whole bunch of quests. Further Adventures of Bilbo Baggins. Yes! Quest pack Mordor. Fate of Gundabad. Quest pack War of Three Peaks. Ooh, Legacy of the Necromancer. I love that one. Here's the new quest packs that I got. And remember, the coupon code is Explore Our World. That's the coupon code until November 4th or 7th. I can't recall which one. But it's until the beginning of November. So you can so that way you can use that and get some nice little quest packs. So for now, it's getting a little late for me. I work really early in the next day. So I'm going to have to call it a night, guys. Thank you for joining me. Hail and well met. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Same time, same place, same channel. Enjoy your drink and relax. Tell some tales. Sit around the fire and be merry. Be well, everyone. Be well.